It don't sing for anniversary, for birthday. It don't for job association just to be running no street. Go on no beach and do nothing. The Sabbath remain the same.
Amen. Amen.
That's tight, ain't it?
Yes, sir. That's right.
If I ain't got to work, I'm going to be at church.
Amen.
If I ain't dying, loaded up in the hospital with tubes running in my body, I'm going to be at church.
Amen.
I'm just keeping it real. Some people ain't at the same place. Some folk, they just the casual, the wind blow. I better stay in the house. Y'all know I'm telling the truth?
That's right.
Somebody in their family want to do something. I better lay out because I want to entertain my family. I hope you're ready to entertain hell. I'm keeping it real with the church now. Y'all can sit around and get them. I'm going to make sure everybody here that going to hell, you ain't getting by.
That's right.
Blood done been laid, done ran down from a cross. A life was laid down for you to sit down and you to run this street and be playing around with these sinners. You going to hell. And I'm stepping your car. I'm going to make sure you get in there. Because you don't feel God. When you feel God, you know you can't lay down on God.
That's right.
You got to be a saint 24 hours a day.
Amen. Amen.
Can't be no part-time lover.
Amen.
You got to be full-time. You're going to name the name of Christ. That one time you decide to play. That one time you decide to lay down because you want to play around in the street and do something else. That could be that one time God split them clouds on you.
That's right.
That'd be that one time God mark you and say, you know what? That's the last time I'm playing with you. You going to hell. All the excuses you use while you miss church, whole lot of them just stupid. I wouldn't let it come. And then some of you smart enough, you're bold enough, you brag about missing church. You're going to hell. But let the Lord keep you around here. And you know what's smooth? When the basket get paid, God move in your heart and say, put something in now. I'm going to let you pay to go to hell. They singing. God tell you, get up and clap. Rock. Lift up your hands. Wave them. You going to hell. People that think this stuff a joke, don't they? God got something for you. See, people don't want to hear that. They ain't comfortable. People not comfortable when they find out they're going to hell. They want to feel like they're all right because they're in the truth. They got a clean pastor. But they sit around, they mumbling and grumbling in their heart. They know that thing they don't go along with because you know what? When they really admit it and tell the truth, the world condemn them. Whole lot of that cared about. I just don't want my family to go to hell. You better make sure you don't go. I don't want mine to go either. But I ain't going to miss no stroke with God fooling with you. You think I want to see my kids and why I go to hell? Not by a long shot. I ain't letting out no church to try to save them either. To my Lord, I'm going to have to miss this Sabbath. I got to go get my family. He said, go ahead, Smith. Here I come. Bam! Now split the cloud. Me and them go to hell. It's better they go to hell and I make it.
That's true. Save yourself.
I'm just keeping it real now.
That's right.
Isn't that right? If somebody come to the house, I'm going to have to kill somebody, I say, kill me. Isn't that right? Police comes, I got to lock somebody up. I said, lock me up. God come and said, somebody got to go to hell. I said, there they go. I'm 100% black. If you cut the skin on me, the dark skin, you'll see some white meat. Get to the bone, I'm black again. I ain't going to go to hell for nobody. And we ain't got nothing but a little bit of food, I'd rather they eat it and I go hungry. But he come and says, somebody got to go to hell. There they go. Y'all hear me?
Amen.
Because your soul going to be required, folks.
That's true.
Give me that 4th chapter book of Galatians. Y'all all right?
Amen.
Some of y'all ain't liking it too well today. But it's right, ain't it? It's right. Don't worry, listen. Let me tell y'all what y'all don't get yourself worried on. And just like I ain't worried myself on. I ain't even worried about the folks I can't save in him. Because it ain't God's will to save them. Or they don't put it in their own mind. They don't want to be saved. Whichever the case is, get ready and go to hell. Though they're going to be saved, I'm focused on you.
Amen.
I care, but you don't care about yourself. So ain't nothing I can do.
That's right.
I jump in the water and try to help a man that's drowning. But when I get him on the show, he run jumping in there again. You're not going to make it. I'm not going to jump back out there and strike. You ever tried to try to pull somebody? Brother Kirby been like, go ahead. You jumping there, you fight him, you trying to get a man. If a man drives, I be correct. They teach you don't come up to him on the front. He'll take you down. You come up from behind. And sometimes you got something that really fight. You might have to just hit him there. Boom, try to run him a little country. I know a little something.
That's right.
You can build a whole world with what I know now. I know a little something about everything. Isn't that right? I know how to pull a drowning man out the water. I know I can't come up behind and knock you in the head and pull you out. But once you run the country, I got it, and you told me you going back, well, you going out there. I ain't going back in no water behind you. Now, you've been pulled out, the price been paid for you, the way been laid and already been prepared, and you jump your behind back out in that water. Now, you're going to hell by yourself.
That's right.
Look at Galatians 4, and let's roll down to it. Give me about 4 and 5.
Amen.
Listen.
To redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons.
Yeah.
And because ye are sons, God hath sent forth the Spirit of His Son into your hearts,
What you cry? What?
crying, Abba, Father.
What kind of word is Abba? Aramaic. That's right, brother. See, that's why you know our Bible's in Hebrew. Y'all do know that, right? And Aramaic. Ain't that right? New Testament in Greek. There's a Greek translation of our Old Testament. There's a Latin translation, the Vulgate, of our Old Testament. That's why you heard him use Abba, because we spoke Aramaic too, remember? Right. We also went into Egypt for captivity. And Moses was learning all the ways of the Egyptians. Right. So no doubt, just like we came over here, we didn't get on no boat. Y'all said, you going to take me, make me a slave? You picked that up when you got him.
That's right.
Miss Shirley. You learned that when you got him. So you took on the language. We'd have took on some of the conversating language of our captives. Am I not correct?
It's true.
Oh, this one on Passion of Christ. All right, just hit that. Come on, listen.
Amen. Continue at chapter, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore thou art no more a servant.
No more servant, listen.
But a son.
But a son.
And if a son, then an heir of God through Christ.
Come on.
Howbeit then, when ye knew not God.
That's what he asked you. Howbeit. When you didn't know God, listen what you did.
Ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods.
Nature. We talked about that, something that determined to do. How was it when you weren't saved, for those that profess to be saved now? You did service to them that by nature were not God. Look at it. How people ran behind Christmas. Listen, y'all help me, those that celebrating. I don't care if lights fall behind, you had to get them kids off for Christmas. And you know what, though? If them folk came and said, I'm giving them, listen, you have to work Christmas. You know that man have their mom, you might not be one of us something. They can fire me. Yep. If I come in here Christmas morning, I'm fired. I'm not finna miss Jesus' birthday. At no job. Y'all know people were like that.
Yeah, some people like that.
There were things people were not going to miss, not going to give service. You did service to them by nature, which were not God. That's right. You see how people sacrifice for those things of the world? That's what he's talking about.
That's right.
When you didn't know God, you did these things. So you can't know God and you still celebrate Him.
That's right.
Listen.
But now, after that ye have known God.
Listen to that. But now after you done got the information about God, or rather,
are known of God.
That's the difference, because a lot of people say they know God, but the God know you.
That's right.
That's why he said, but rather are known of God. God began to recognize you. Recognize your conversation. Listen to what he asked you.
How turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage?
How is it? How you go back to celebrating 4th of July? How you go back to celebrate Memorial Day, Labor Day? How you go back to celebrate Halloween? How you go back to celebrate these things had us in bondage. That's right. 4th of July, America's birthday, you was a cook at the party.
That's right.
When nobody pass you no cake, tell me you want something to eat. They will whip you across your back. Your mama was up there in the house with Massimo. How you sit around celebrating some mess like this?
That's right.
All this stuff is of the world. We ain't got no business celebrating this stuff. America does not even acknowledge God.
That's right.
If they trust God like they put on their money, they would do service unto God.
That's right.
Pay them liars no attention. I'm keeping it real.
Amen.
I tell you, bro, I don't personally no play. I don't talk to no cloth.
That's right.
They can have it. I ain't stunting them. That don't make me no American to talk to no cloth. Ain't nobody in no position to tell me to go back to Africa. Show me where they were born at over here.
That's right.
I see you 100% Indian. What you call yourself, Blackfoot? Red toe or something like that. Maybe we can talk. But ain't nobody in a position to tell me to go nowhere.
That's right.
Come on, get my behind a boat and go back to Africa. How you got here in an aeroplane?
That's right.
Everybody got somewhere went on a boat.
That's right.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
Sit around here gonna tell me I ain't American because I ain't patriotic because I don't do what these folks do. That's the world star. You can sit around start celebrating God.
Amen.
Every day I live.
That's right.
They don't acknowledge God holy day. They don't acknowledge God feast day, his Sabbath, and they want me to acknowledge day mess. I refuse.